In this video, we will see how to make weathering effects on an aircraft using only Ammo's lock and load watercolor LEDs. We start by working on the wings. In order to make the paint look weathered and worn, we use the white lead by moistening it with a little water to make the application pastier. Each panel was worked separately. When the tip is wet, a good amount of product will be applied. We can apply it vertically or horizontally. Both produce the final result we are looking for. After 20 minutes, we begin to blur the marks with a round brush dipped in water. Immediately, you will see how we achieve chromatic variation using the lock and load watercolor LEDs. The same process is applied on all the panels. The amount of pigment that will remain on each panel will depend on how it is blended. We can observe the variation of tones that are achieved with just this simple step. To leave traces only in the deep relief, we use a cotton swab dipped in water and remove the product once dry. In the dark bands, we will apply the same process using the light gray lead. Again, it is applied with the tip moistened, so that much more product remains in the area than usual. With the wet brush, blend the product on the entire strip and let it dry. We can insist as many times as necessary until we get the desired effect. This type of effect can be used in bands, numbers, or insignia, obtaining a very realistic level of wear. Once dry, we adjust the effect by rubbing with a dry cat's tongue brush. With this last step, we will fix the effects to the paint so that it will not be removed when handling the piece. We work the wide areas with rivets by taking the pigment from the lead with a wet brush. If we use water, we can obtain the necessary pigment from each lock and load lead. We apply it to the desired areas and blend the pigment at the same time. We continue on the nose of the plane, creating scratches and chipping. We start working with the faded yellow lead on the green color. As you can see, it is always advisable to work on a matte or satin surface with lock and load watercolor LEDs. The chipping and scratching processes are carried out with the lead completely dry and well sharpened. The design and formulation of the LEDs will allow us to create natural textures on the base paint or the materials of the model. With a dry brush, we remove the dust or excess product. On the gray, we work with the color light gray, in the same way as we did the faded yellow. We will be able to obtain different marks and effects depending on how we press the lead on the surface. If we press it gently, the stroke will be fine and subtle. If we press a little, it will be thicker and higher contrast. To protect all the steps applied so far, we airbrush a thin layer of hard rock varnish. After 20 minutes, we apply a thin layer of varnish matte so that we can continue working. With these steps, we seal the work, and again we will have a perfect surface to perform more effects with lock and load. We will simulate dripping grease and oil on the lower areas of the plane with the grime color. We make small straight lines of different thicknesses from the areas where the effect starts. With a brush moistened in water, we work the drained grease and oil little by little. We are working the strokes depending on the effects that we want to obtain, blending some and making them very fine, while others are left much more defined. With this technique, we will achieve realism, volume, and chromatic variation at the same time. We can repeat the process with lock and load leads as many times as necessary. As you can see, we are working with water, and the previous application of varnishes helps to preserve the effects made with the white color. We will make the staining in the gun chute area by marking very hard lines, and with a good amount of pigment. Again, with a round brush dampened in water, we will work these effects little by little. As long as we do not cover the pigment of the lock and load colors with varnish, they will continue to react with water. We turn the model to work both sides. The advantage of lock and load leads is that if we don't like an effect, or if it is not where we want it, we can simply remove it with water. As in this example, we use a cotton swab to completely remove the line we had drawn. The next step will be to make spots on the fuselage using the chipping color. We apply dots little by little, with both a dry and wet tip, and blend them with a brush dipped in water. We can repeat this process as many times as necessary until we get the extension and intensity of the stain we want to create. Again, we use the round brush moistened in water and rub the tip of the grime lead. With the amount of product obtained from the lead, we can make splashes using a toothpick. Removing the splashes that we do not want will be easy with the clean brush moistened in water, as well as cleaning the other zones stained when splashing. We will not have any problems in removing the effect completely. Next, we will simulate the deepest chipping with the silver lead. In this case, we work them on the edges of each panel of the nose, making very thin and small strokes with the lead completely dry. We also work the rivets of the different areas of the fuselage, creating the metallic tone even on the white paint. Finally, we create the wear on the propeller, starting with light gray lead. We make fine and irregular strokes to achieve a very realistic effect. Next, we work with the silver lead, making harder strokes on the leading edges of each blade. With Ammo's lock and load set, you can take any aircraft to a level of wear that is striking, realistic, and easy to achieve. Discover all that you can achieve with your scale models using the lock and load set, available in our web store, www.ammo.es. Discover many more videos on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate notifications. Thank you for watching.